Welcome back, Football Heritage TV, on what is a very hot, muggy, humid day here in the south of London. And today I want to talk about rumours that are circling again about Palhinha of Bayern Munich. Now, Palhinha, of course, as we know, once upon a time of Fulham, left a really good reputation behind, didn't he? Left a really, really good reputation behind when he left the Premier League, and he was very much sought after. And he got his move to Bayern Munich, but the move to Bayern Munich hasn't quite worked out as he would have hoped. He hasn't had the game time he would have liked. I'm guessing. I don't know the guy, but I'm just guessing. And let's be honest, surely at his stage in his career, he wants to be playing football, regular minutes. And we'll look at his game time last year in a little bit. We'll look a little bit back at some of the reasons why he was loved by so many at Fulham. We'll look at what he brings to a team. And let's be brutally honest, guys and girls, it's everything that Spurs need. Now, Tottenham Hotspur, we have sat here as fans, haven't we, for years saying, we need a six. We need a six. We need a six. Call it what you want. A defensive midfielder, a deep line playmaker, a number six, a water carrier, whatever you want to call it, we need one. And are there any better at what he does than Palhinha? Now, let's have a little look, shall we? This is the Tottenham team, by the way, that conceded 65 goals last season. 65 goals and 61 the year before. So in total, that's 126 goals that Tottenham have conceded just in 2 Premier League seasons. That doesn't take into account all of the cups, just in the Premier League. And that will tell you that Spurs are fragile. Now, I know what's going to happen right now in the chat. People will be saying, hang on, that's all because of how Ange Postecoglou played. And yes, we were wide open. However, whether we want to lay that completely at the feet of Ange Postecoglou, what we do have to take into account as well is whatever manager is here, we don't have the ability to play a number 6. Now, Thomas Frank might come in and not play a number 6. He might play with the 2. I hate this saying, double pivot. He might come in with a 2 in midfield. Both of them are number 8s, if you will, that get back, get forward, get back, get forward. One goes, one stays, all that kind of jazz. Or he might want the option to have a number 6. So does Palhinha fit the bill? Well, let's have a look. Now, this was his last year in the Premier League with Fulham. So as you can see there, this is his stats. This is his data, should we say. Look at the duels won and look at the defensive actions. I don't care about any of the other stuff. I'm not wanting to purchase a Palhinha for his forward passing, for his progressive passing, for his ball carrying, for his key passes. I don't care about any of that. Look at those 2 metrics, the duels and the defensive actions on the right-hand side. You're not going to see much better than that. You're not going to see much better than that. He was absolutely brilliant at that. Now, what this guy does is the no-nonsense stuff, the no frills. He's not the sexy footballer. What he does do is gives his all every game, wins his duels, had the most tackles and ball recoveries in the Premier League for this season, which was the 23-24 season. Now, wouldn't it be great to have a guy like that amongst our ranks? Now, I can understand that some people will say, well, hang on, we might not play like that, and we might not need a number 6. For me, I would love the option. Now, there are lots of rumours doing the rounds at the moment that Bayern Munich are willing to listen to offers for both a permanent move and a loan move. Now, for me, permanent just seems right. People will say, oh, but he's 29. Listen, not everyone in your team can be 19. What's wrong with getting a 29-year-old for 3 years, 4 years? What's wrong with that? The experience that he's got is invaluable. He knows the Premier League. Apparently, he still has a property that he owns in London. Why wouldn't we want that? Why is everyone so obsessed with people must be 19, 20? What's wrong with that? Bring him in. Let the other midfielders learn from his game. Let them watch him. Let's have a look, shall we? Now, this is his Wikipedia page. I like to have a little look on their Wikipedia page just so that we can see a few things. So if you look here, we can see straight away, you know, we know that he's plays for the Portugal national team. We know that he's 29 years of age, and we know that the majority of his career has been spent playing in Portugal, then moved to Fulham for the 3 seasons he was there. So if we have a look down here, we can see his style of play. And this is what we need massively. Palhinha is known for his defensive positioning, stamina, and tackling. Let me blow that up a little bit for you guys. Sorry, that's a bit small, isn't it? There you go. That should be better. Described as an astute ball-winning midfielder, he is especially aggressive in stopping counterattacks. Praise the Lord. Praise the football Lord. Somebody that stops counterattacks. Counterattack by lunging into challenges, often preferring slide tackles in order to maximize his radius. A physical and tall player, his height helps him dominate aerial duels, and his strength allows him to hold off opponents when dribbling. His ability to break up opposition play, distribute the ball efficiently, and contribute defensively and offensively has led him to be described as a complete midfielder. Now, when I read that, what springs to mind immediately is we don't have that in the team. We don't have anyone. You see there that it says that Palhinha, his normal style of play, he covers the back line with a defensive role. He sits in front of the back four. All of these buzzwords, defensive, back line, sits in front of the back four, breaking up opposition play. Says here, during his spell at Fulham, Palhinha registered a passing average of 81%. His presence helping his team in transition, timing his challenges to secure possession while enabling counterattacks. Now, we know that he does give away free kicks, but I'm going to show you some better information in a minute about him. We can see here, during his time at Fulham, I think you could see he didn't miss too many games. I think he missed 3 games in the first season and then 5 games in the second season. I'm guessing some of that might be due to suspension, but we saw there. And now here's the key thing. Only the 17 Bundesliga games for Bayern Munich. Only the 17 games. And he won't be happy with that, will he? He really won't be happy with that. 17 games. I think if he came to Tottenham, you're looking at 38 league games and then all of the cup games and the Champions League games. For me, it feels like a no-brainer. Apparently, they're happy to listen to offers. He knows the Premier League. And more importantly than any of that, we've got a good relationship with Bayern Munich. The Tell deal. Dyer. Kane. So there's been twos and fros from the 2 clubs. So for me, it just makes complete sense. Now, I did a little bit of scouting around on the internet. Just wanted to have a look at a few things. And I came across this. So the first one was, it was actually a Fulham site saying, should Fulham re-sign Palhinha? And the reason why I brought this up, let me just bring that up. Was it this one? Let me just blow that up for you. The reason why I saw it, I thought this was really interesting because when I look down here, it says here, talks a lot about him playing. But it says somewhere in this, it says, where is it? Is it this one? Should he go back? It's saying that it would strengthen the Fulham squad and that what would happen to Sasa Lukic and Sander Berg, because what's actually happened, and if you look at this bit, is when Palhinha was there, it was very much a one man doing all of that defensive work. And he had Harry Reid alongside him who was bombing forward and doing more of the work that way. Fulham have pivoted away from that to a double pivot, which means that Sasa Lukic and Sander Berg don't do as much as he did from a defensive standpoint, but they both chip in. And if we remove that, let me show you this one. Where was it? It was here. Let me show you that one. And it talks here about comparing Sander Berg and João Palhinha. So you can see here, it says at the top, comparing Sander Berg and João Palhinha. And then it goes, João's strengths. Is he better? And it goes in here to say that João made 46 interceptions in comparison to Sanders' 18. 152 tackles compared to Sanders' 39. 75 successful tackles in comparison to Sanders' 23. He said it is notable that there is a difference in the games played, Sander having played 20, but to João's 33. However, conclusions can be drawn as João's tallies in each department work out to be over double that of Sander Berg. And I just thought this was really good reading. I thought it really showed what a good player Palhinha is and how much a team would miss him. So I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to say to you, would you want Palhinha? Would Thomas Frank, more importantly? Is it a deal that you could see Tottenham getting done? Guys, girls, I'll be back tonight at 10 p.m. We'll have a live show tonight at 10 p.m. Join me then. But let me know your thoughts. For me, just seems like a real obvious deal to get done for me. I'm not saying there won't be competition for his signature. I'd be gutted if he went back to a Fulham. I think that that's a perfect defensive midfielder waiting to happen for Tottenham Hotspur. Let me know your thoughts. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs.